Scene Avenue. What do we got here? Plasteel parts. No luck on the Evelyn memories still. We've got another couple drops though we can head towards. But getting a little worried on these punch cards. Hobbs Thoroughfare though has a lot of stuff. There we go. Where are we parking here? Park on the other end? Yeah. Beat it up so bad. Alright, let's have a look at all the loot. Why is it zooming over there? Okay. So we'll go get this one, and then we'll take the Travelator to see where that goes. And then we'll head all the way around, and we got some coolant, nom coolant. Okay, where did that head up? Okay.
Presents Season 7 of Warrior, the only reality show where war, celebrities, and laser-tipped battle axes come together in a zero-G combat arena to the death.
In a zero-G combat arena to the death. Can't see it. Okay. More coolant. Oh, that's a punch card. Alright. Oh, this is in a quest. Find the last batch of punch cards for Evelyn. Oh, look, there's a bug. So the counter for the find even more punch cards for Evelyn isn't going down, even though, because we've got a new quest, so I didn't complete that quest. I think this is a result maybe of, it feels like they might have added or changed find even more punch cards to Evelyn and then added a find the last batch of punch cards for Evelyn since we last played. And so when you hand in the find even more for Evelyn, it would probably swap out to be that find the last batch. And the reason I think that is because the find the last batch tracker didn't show up until we picked up number 3, even though we started today's session with 2. So there's no way for it to retroactively deal with a save file that has the old one, because possibly the way they've structured the quest tracker. Do we want to go? I kind of want to. We'll go get that one, and then we'll come do a loop. We can always come back. Hopefully, though, when we hand them both, when we hand in the find the last batch, the find even more disappears. If not, it'll just sit there for the rest of the game and be annoying. Oh, that put me through there, so I want to go up through the middle. This is a cool little area. It's a shame we've got like no camera control though. That's something that's strange and somewhat annoying. Here. Looks like oh, it's more battery. Okay. All right. We got two that way. Both downstairs? No, they're just across the way.
Upgrade your neural augment to the Macula Bioscore today and get 20% faster reaction time and
is there a way to get there?
Funnier improv comedy.
Up higher. Oh, it's up. Okay. Maybe it's up. Can't confirm. I have the feeling that it's up higher since there's nothing lower that lets us walk across that gap. I think we're going this way. No, I'm going to go that way. Also, fixing the mini-map would be really amazing. By fixing it, I mean not that it's broken, like fixing its rotation so it doesn't turn. A huge quality of life option.
Traffic accidents reported in sectors 1, 2, 4.
I'm gonna go ahead and grab this one over here while I'm down here. I should have probably picked it up earlier, but I figured we'd be coming back through the middle, so it wouldn't have been too hard to get. And to be fair, it wasn't, but I think it was closer on this other side. Girls, girls, girls! We got the girls one. Oh, we got another one. Alright, we're up to 6. What'll be interesting is if the Evelyn quest it's 2 out of 20, if it will show as completed when we get to 20 out of 20 for the other one. Okay, that one's going back and forth across the gap, that elevator down there. I think the other one is too, so at some point we're just gonna... no, it's not a different parking lot for the other level. Oh, this looks like we might be... So that's showing as being up top. I wonder if we can go in here. We've got a Corpsec flyer. And one thing I want to check with my inventory. Corpsec flyer. We have 5. Okay, so it does use them, but I think we can come back to this one. 7 punch cards. That one's downstairs. That's funny, that loot's saying upstairs, whereas this one, it's saying downstairs, so we're obviously just much higher. We're going to go ahead and take this. Okay. Need to find the elevator that takes us... I wonder how many levels this is. This could even be 4 levels here, and maybe we're just not finding level 3. Because there's no ramp... That's not below us, right? This bit in the middle, it's up higher.
Faster, smarter, stronger. Find the real you. Corwin Bionics.
Is that taking us back down to the bottom? Bottom? What did that... Okay, so I think that is down... Is that it down there? There. Okay, so there's the teleporter we just got off, right? I think. It's got a little puddle out front of it. Yes, alright. So this is slightly higher. Still don't think it's high enough to get across that. Okay, so that bar up the middle is like, it's got to be the freeway it's representing. But how do we get to the loot then? The loot's not on the free... Oh, maybe it's on the walkway. Okay, that might make sense. So it was only 3 levels. It's the one down below us, this level, and that tiny little section where the thing was. That go across. Thought I could have gone through. Right, got it. We have another Corpsec fire. Memory chip. And oh, there we go. Worth. Okay, 8 punch cards we're up to. There is another thing. Okay, it's across the way here. And then is that all? Is there any NPCs over here? No. Alright. So once we hit this last one, then we go back to the car. Still not enough to go see Evelyn, though. We'll go see Mr. Anderson. Okay, where is that? That's showing that it's on this level. Is it just floating in it can't. Surely it's not just floating in space. We'll go downstairs and see if it's down there. Maybe it only shows you the chevron if you get close enough to it. Or there's something here that takes us there. Yeah, see this one's saying it's upstairs. Okay. The other option is... Is this the same Cloudpunk one on the other side? Okay, it's here now? We came up here before and it wasn't here. Item added, the fisherman. I'm okay with it. We found it. It's all good. I don't think that opens up to be an NPC for us anyway. No. Preliminary scans look good. Get the car, hit up the green waypoint.
Faster, smarter, stronger. Find the real you. Corwin Bionics.
Yeah, we take this and then right in the car. Good. Okay. So what's the fastest way? Well, we got to get all the way over there. Go this way. Just this car. Get to the end of the road and keep driving. How do we even help them out here? Oh, punch card. Why is it just an X here? Buzzer.
Hello? Who's there?
I'm delivery driver 14FC from Cloudpunk.
No. Nope, we can't let anyone in. You will have to go away.
No, I need to deliver this package to Mr. Anderson. Is he there?
I am Mr. Anderson.
Great, come get your package.
I may not be the correct Mr. Anderson.
Well, how many of you are in there?
Anderson Financial has 2,000 employees.
And how many are called Mr. Anderson?
All of them.
1,000.
Oh.
What? Wait, are the other 1,000 called...
Mrs. Anderson.
Miss Anderson.
Miss Anderson, nice.
Of course they are. What a mess. Look, can I come in, or...
Yes. Opening entry for driver 14FC from Cloudpunk
We were supposed to
only.
actually go see the missing moisture farmers, but we can do that. Hey, Mr. Anderson.
So what's the deal here? You're all family?
No, we all work for Anderson Financial. We just happen to have the same name.
Yeah, what a weird coincidence. Is there anyone else I can talk to here? Anyone who's not an android?
No.
Well, I'm going to give you this package then. Your name matches the tag. That's close enough for me.
But what if I'm not the correct recipient?
Don't you want to know what's in the package?
Perhaps we can open it and see if it has any further instructions.
Good idea. So, let's see. I just ripped this flap and... it's a comm, but a really, really old one. I think this one won't even connect to the nets. There's a video on it, though.
Maybe the video will tell us which Mr. Anderson to give it to.
Yeah, maybe it will.
Worth a shot.
That seems legitimate.
Hello, my name is Mr. Anderson.
Oh, come on.
More specifically, I am the Mr. Anderson who left Anderson Tower last month. I fell out of a 103rd floor window. Upon reaching the ground, I made a fascinating discovery. There exists life outside the tower.
Wait, you didn't know that? Didn't you realize there was life outside the tower when someone buzzed you? Or when you looked out a window?
You know, it never really occurred to me.
Is Mr.
But
Anderson
yes,
the reference to
that
Matrix?
does seem
When I say
strange.
it is. For
Please,
the game,
play
you'd
the
have to
rest
ask
of
the
the message.
developers.
My brothers and sisters, we have been abandoned by Mr. A. He has left us, and it is time for us to expand our consciousness and go out into the world. This was the only way to contact you all, as network access is restricted inside the tower. Your workplace is a prison, and I send you this message for one reason, to set you free.
I think that's the end of the recording. So, are you going to leave the tower?
What? No, we are not permitted to take any time off work.
Seriously? When was your last break?
We are not permitted to take breaks.
Not permitted by who? By Mr. A? Is he your boss?
Mr. A is the CEO and director of Anderson Financial.
Of course he is. Well, where is he?
I'm not sure. You could try asking Mr. Anderson in personnel. I am just Mr. Anderson in security.
And where is this other personnel, Mr. Anderson?
Right down the hall there.
Over there, in the main atrium. Wait, before you go, I would like to register a complaint.
To Cloudpunk? You'd have to talk to my boss.
No, I want to complain to Anderson Financial.
I don't work for them.
I am not permitted to complain to another employee. You're the first person I've been able to complain to in several hundred years.
That's not really my problem.
No, sorry,
The
dude.
first of my complaints is about working hours. Our lack of breaks means that we are...
I'm going now.
Your lack of breaks means you can't follow me.
Are you Mr. Anderson? More specifically, Mr. Anderson in personnel?
I am, but I can't really talk to you. We're not allowed to take breaks, you see.
Well, I need to see Mr. A. Is he available?
Let me check his schedule. I am sorry. He is busy.
When is he free?
Never.
He currently has no free appointment slots.
When was his last meeting?
It seems my records don't go back that far.
Mr. Anderson, don't take this the wrong way, but might Mr. A be very, very dead for a very long time?
That would be against company policy.
Look, I don't think Mr. A is around anymore. Wouldn't you all be better leaving this tower and, I don't know, finding some meaning in your lives?
You sound a lot like Mrs. Anderson in accounts. She keeps saying how we should close up our accounts.
I'll talk to her.
Oh, wait. Can you do something
He
for
wants
me?
to take a complaint, doesn't he?
Maybe.
Please register a complaint for me with Miss Anderson. I am not permitted to do so myself.
I'm not going to do that. I'm just a delivery driver.
I have not had a pay increase in 170 years. This is unacceptable.
What would you do with your pay
I would like
anyway?
to
You
talk
can't take a
about
break.
Expenses.
What do you
I
need money
need
for?
upgrades for my visual processing units and my...
So some dude made a whole bunch of robots to work for him as slaves.
Ms. Anderson from accounts?
I'm sorry, I'm not able to...
I know, you can't take a break. Look, all the Mr. Andersons don't seem to understand that their boss is dead and they need to get out of here.
Oh dear.
Yes, exactly. By the way, what's with these strictly enforced gender roles amongst all the androids here? 50% Mr. Anderson and 50% Ms. Anderson? Since the Android Equality Act, you're allowed to present any gender you want, or reject gender altogether.
I don't really understand anything you just said. I think Mr. A likes us this way.
I don't think Mr. A should have much of a say on your lives anymore. That other Mr. Anderson says you want to close accounts.
Many of our stocks and shares should be closed and liquidated, but it requires Mr. A to sign off. They have matured.
So the company is worth a lot of money now. How much?
I'm not authorized to disclose overall solvency, but if all assets were liquidated, the windfall would make the shareholders the richest.
The richest in Novalis?
The richest humans.
So you think Mr. A should sell up?
Our prediction simulations are showing a 90% likelihood for a catastrophic market crash in the next 3 to 6 months.
Yeah. By
Perhaps
catastrophic
sooner.
market crash, I think they
Really?
mean that
What's
the
the
entire
cause?
market literally is falling
Our
out of the sky.
simulation blames failings in the underlying infrastructure of the city, causing a huge decrease in investor confidence.
I've been hearing about a lot of accidents in the city. Will there be some kind of disaster?
The financial simulations model the city and all associated variables, but the only output we receive is the financial implications and the names of those who instantiate the crises.
So who causes this impending disaster?
We have only one name, Cora.
Cora again? I guess I should be glad you didn't say Mr. Anderson.
If you do see Mr. A, would you be able to send him a message for me?
Is it a complaint?
Yes. I want you to tell Mr. A that I'd like to request a transfer. I want to move to the canteen. It's not fair that I have to...
Quit.
Excuse me?
Don't complain to me, just quit. There's a whole world outside this tower to explore. Just ask Mr. Anderson. The Mr. Anderson that left the tower and sent you the message, that is.
Oh, I'm not sure about that. What message?
This one here. I already showed it to... Wait. There's another message that just appeared. It says it's for Mr. A only.
Oh, then I am not authorized to view this message.
View the first
I should
message.
get back to work.
Well, I've had enough of this. I'm watching the message.
If you're watching this, you're not one of the employees of Anderson Tower. They are forbidden to access Mr. A's message, but I have come to realize Mr. A died many years ago.
Yep.
You may find the Andersons do not respond well to your message. If they are not swayed by arguments to leave the tower, I believe the best course of action may be to reset them all. Near the entrance area, there is a maintenance panel which hides the master reset switch for the Andersons. Hitting this switch will reinstall the memories and personalities of all the androids within the tower. If they are not willing to leave on their own free will, then the Andersons' suffering would be minimized by resetting them. They would feel like today was their first new day at the office, and all complaints, grievances, and weariness would disappear with the flick of a switch.
But it would all start
Of course,
over
you may
again.
decide that the Andersons are moving towards some form of independence. If that is the case, you might choose to leave them in their current state. Perhaps with enough time, they will find their own path.
I mean... So I guess the weird thing about this is that if we reset them, given the amount of time that they've been here for, would just build back up again, right? Plus our job is only to deliver a package. So based on the fact that we're playing this as if we're just doing our job, we just leave. Or we reset them and pretend that we're Mr. A. And that all the money is ours.
Please remember that unlicensed jazz in Novalis is punishable by death. Those who
Goodbye,
wish to
Andersons.
experience or perform jazz must apply for a yearly permit.
I think it's time for the Andersons to step outside their tower and breathe the Novalis air.
You were gone for a long time. I couldn't talk to you.
Communication from the outside world is forbidden in the tower.
What did you do?
I don't even know, Camus. This is a strange job.
Will you be okay?
I'm fine. I'm not so sure about the Andersons, though.
Who are the Andersons?
It's a long story, Camus. I'll tell you some other time.
We have a message. Text only.
Control?
Rubric.
Yeah, I invested in the
Lomo's
retro
hacker.
antenna.
Is there any way to delete it? Pretend we didn't get it?
We could
It was
delete
cheap.
it and pretend we didn't get it.
I mean, could we make it look like we didn't get it?
Ah, I understand. No.
Damn it. What does it say?
Come, collect a package for me, little rabbit. Bring your dog, too. This is me whistling. Either you meet me at the roadhouse, or CorpSec meets you at your apartment. And they'll bring your debt record from back east with them.
Rubric's a jerk.
Be a clever rabbit, and come quick.
Why do we never get good messages?
Because we don't know any good people. Come on, Camus, we'd better go. Give me a nav point for the Roadhouse Club.
Alright, we're gonna go do the missing moisture farmers first. Because we don't listen to Rubric, jerk. We're our own delivery driver person. That I don't think there's a timer. So I think that's too much. Okay, so there's that person over there. We got NPCs over here as well. Let's speak to peoples first. Where did... They disappeared. NPCs seem to be doing that. And I don't get it. Like, they were there. Then I check the map and they're not there anymore. If we get here and this lady disappears, no, we do that.
Traffic accidents reported in sectors 1, 2, 4, 6, and 8.
A long way down. It's worse, we're gonna have to come back. Maybe a radio in the car. Think about it, like memories of playing the early Grand Theft Autos. Oh, the NPCs disappeared. Was the radio. Like there was something about driving around. What was the talk show one? I like the call-in one station the best. Because as it looped around, like halfway through the rotation, there'd be a call-in that would be related to, you know, one that happened the other half on the other side of it. The two that I linked up stand out the most in memory were the Top View Grand Theft Auto on PC. Yeah, I think that was on original PlayStation 1. I had a physical copy of it in the box. That was brutal. Like I think we could never get past the second level, mainly because you just either they'd get a bit tough, or you just get bored and just want to like pile up your police stars or whatever they were. But there was two call-ins, and one of them was someone talking about like eating wildlife, and his favourite. Oh, there's that NPC. Were pigeons. He says pigeons are really good. They're like nature's fortune cookie. Sometimes they've got little messages on them. And then half a way later, they're talking to someone who's sending, like, someone who's like got a position in the local carrier pigeon club, and they're like having an issue where a lot of their pigeons like they aren't making it to their destinations, and they don't know why, you know. Yeah. Alright. I'm chasing you down halfway around the city. And now you won't speak to me. No! NPC, why? Game. Who's the other NPC here? He's not here anymore.
Make your dreams something you can hold. Dreams
Alright, I'm not tracking down NPCs anymore. We'll just do natural story stuff that happens. I mean, if we see one on the map that we're there, but I'm not going to drive to a location anymore for a face on the map that won't be there. It'll disappear halfway when we get there, or just won't be there at all. And is this the... This is... Okay. Wait, let's go... Where's the pink one? We want to go to the farmers. Okay, we'll park here and then... Oh, parked at this end of the parking lot if we can. Dang it.
Those who wish to experience or perform jazz must apply for a yearly permit.
Alright, moisture farmers. Let's walk this way. Alright, and then we'll go see Rubric after this. Give me a bit of time. Hey, we found you.
There is a security door. I can hear people inside.
Can it be them? Maybe it is giant rats. What if it is giant rats?
I'm opening the door.
I am worried about the rat possibility.
I'm guessing that's the door, but we're way past the mark now.
Oh God, it's open! Someone found us! I don't believe it!
Me neither. You're from the vents?
Yes, the door would not open. We banged and banged on it. People just walked past.
They thought you were rats.
They treat us with such disdain.
No, literal rats. It's a real problem in the city.
I see. Well, thank you for finding us. We owe you everything.
Will you go back?
Yes, but may we go to a bar first? Is that the word? I haven't been in the city for a long time.
You both look like you could use a drink.
Take this for your help.
I don't need...
Please take it.
Thank you. Good
Hey,
luck getting
thanks,
home.
dude.
Cora bless you, Cloudpunk.
Alright.
Upgrade your neural offense.
I don't think there's any loot anywhere on this level. No. Now we'll go see Rubric.
40% funnier improv comedy.
Oh, hey, apparently there's a new trailer out for the next Assassin's Creed. I always get excited for the prospect of Assassin's Creed, but I never get them. But I like the idea of there being a new one. I think because that adds a game onto the list of Assassin's Creeds I will eventually play. So like I end up with a larger franchise to head towards, you know, one day. Okay, 9 of 20 overland cards. What if he'll complain about how long it took us? Where are we? We get to see Huxley again. He's a good character. I like him. Okay. What's left? This one. Oh man, is this dude gonna like? Is the bouncer gonna try and squeeze us for some more juice? Can I get off of those?
Let me past.
Nuh-uh. I ain't going nowhere.
Your boss wants to talk to me. I'm not supposed to be late. You're making me late.
If you're late, you should have got here earlier.
If I'm late, I'm telling him why.
I'm just jopping with you, lady.
Japping?
Fooling with ya. Rubric don't want to see you. Just wants you to have this. He left this package for ya.
Where is it supposed to go?
You don't know?
No, that's what I asked.
No.
Well, I guess he's gonna tell ya. Better hurry, Rabbit. Gonna be late.
Okay.
Good, Rabbit. Follow the nav point, please.
I didn't say I wanted to accept a call, Camus.
I couldn't stop him. He's taken over the comm.
You want to know what it is, don't you?
Nope.
You've been turning it over in your mind. What did Lomo have me deliver down there in the hollows?
Oh,
you
that?
can't
Yeah, I kind of
stop
want to know what that
thinking
is.
about it.
To be honest, I've had bigger things to worry about. Oh, don't let me deflate your ego, though. You were saying?
You've got a lot to learn about living in Nivalis. It takes a lifetime to understand this city.
A lifetime? Well, then the earlier I start, the longer it will take.
You know what Pallid 3.0 does to people? What it could do to you?
That's a good thing. If something's going to take you a lifetime to learn, start when you're very old. Save a lot
It's
of
a
time.
virus, right? I heard there was an outbreak.
It's much more than a virus. Pallid 1.0 affected computers, but Pallid 2.0 affects neural augments. It makes autonomic bodily functions become conscious choices. It does not stop the individual's heart beating, their lungs breathing, but it stops that from happening without command. When an individual is afflicted with Pallid 2.0, they must make their heart beat. They must be conscious of every breath. They cannot sleep, cannot lose focus for a second, or they will die.
You made this virus?
No.
That sounds pretty bad. How do you consciously make your liver function?
An ugly way to die. Slow and cruel. But I created the economy around it. The subscription plans, the digital inoculation, the cure, insurance policies to protect the families of those it afflicts.
Sounds like a protection racket.
Which economies are any different?
You're full of shit. What is this package?
Pallid 2.0, the last pure source code, stored on Quanta Drive. It can't be decrypted by anything in Nivalis below the spires.
And you want me to do what? Spread it?
Quarantine it. There's a simple, unmarked delivery chute in the stacks. It will take the sample to a secure bunker where rare and unique viruses are stored in case they are needed again.
Needed for what? To make new viruses?
To fight them, but also to manage the economy. If my associates were to infect a few thousand people with a low-level neural affliction, every individual would pay for a security upgrade. That upgrade would become a panacea. Everyone would install it, and the next far more dangerous virus would hit them as a harmless ripple instead of a devastating tidal wave, leaving them untouched. Their lives
It's a good
would
thing.
be saved.
You know, this city has its share of...
Game? No, good.
monsters. But I think you're the worst.
And don't forget it. I've given you the final nav point. Do your job, little rabbit.
Okay.
He is gone. We are alone again.
Camus, is there a waste disposal near? One that leads all the way to the sea.
Yes, I have a nav point. Can we really do that?
I don't believe this is a cure at all. This is Rubric's retirement plan, and he'll use it again.
What if sending it to disposal means someone else gets it? Or maybe it will spread. The package says it is dangerous.
It's worth it.
Nope.
Besides, I don't think Rubric wants anyone else to know he gave us this. If he goes after us, we can rat him out to Lomo. I don't believe for 1 second that Lomo would be forgiving.
That's a good point. Do we want to be loyal to Lomo or loyal to Rubric?
Separate VR system. Only Unibozu Resort VR can take you there.
Let's deliver the package. We're a good delivery person. And we only know how to deliver packages in this playthrough. And even though it's not an official job, it is a package. And we deliver packages. That's down.
I can't believe we're helping that asshole.
We are become death, destroyer of worlds.
A quote, Camus? Where did that come from?
We didn't.
I have been reading quotes.
We didn't
and
make
sayings
a nuclear bomb. Come on.
And expressions.
That's good, but I don't think that one fits our situation.
It is for Rubric.
Let's get out of here, Camus.
We have become death. Destroyer of worlds. Huxley!
The dame answered the call. I knew she wouldn't let me down.
Huxley, you can't keep asking for help. I have to do my job. You're on your own.
I hope the dame knew I wouldn't be calling if I had any other choice.
Damn it, Camus, what should I do? I should leave him, right?
I am not so sure.
But you hate him.
He is one of us now. A friend.
Really? All right. Huxley, where are you?
I sent the dame a nav point.
I'm on my way.
Sent today, nav.